to kind of outline my view on like a leftist versus a liberal, I think this is important here, is like when someone's like far on the left, or I would even put them in the neo-progressive camp, we can't even have a conversation. And my concern is that there's a larger and larger percentage of the left, and the right for that matter, that have moved into this category of won't even have the conversation. So,
Yeah.
versus someone that I would say is more classically liberally minded, and I would put you in that camp, we can still have that conversation. We might disagree on tax policy, but you want to talk about that disagreement. You don't want to say that I'm evil because I disagree with you. Mm-hmm. So I think that that's critical, and I think that makes our conversations much more fruitful because we actually have them. So I want to put that out there. Any comments there?
Yeah, I think some of the best conversations you can have are with people that you disagree with. Yeah. If you just talk to someone who only agrees with you, then I don't know. I think you're missing out on a good conversation, perhaps. You can disagree with someone and still be agreeable, and that's really hard to do. Including for myself, for a while, when I first started getting into politics and learning about these social issues, I would then sometimes have discussions which a lot of times devolved into arguments with my friends or peers or relatives, and I would get defensive. I get aggressive, and it turns into a battle, and it's easy to have the conversation slip away like that. So yeah, it's important when you're. Just the other day, I was in driving my friend back from volleyball tournament, and she is a pro-life, someone who believes in pro-life, the sanctity of life. She's a traditional conservative, and she talked about how abortion is her hot button issue, and she, I am pro-choice, that's how I identify, but when she said she was pro-life, my immediate reaction wasn't wanting to fight or challenge her on it. It was more, tell me about that. I want to hear why you feel that way, and what does that mean for your views of the world? It can. I think when you have conversations with people that aren't like-minded, it can allow you to learn more about the world and ultimately more about yourself too, and why it is you believe certain things. So, yeah, it's very important. And it's sad that, as you mentioned, institutions in college, especially, I did notice it at Michigan State where I went. It seems like it is becoming more and more of a issue and a contagion where people are afraid to be hurt. Words harm you.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because they don't.
It's true. It's true.
For the most part.
Yeah. We can add a caveat there, I suppose. Yeah. Of course. But yeah, from overall, the point is true. So yeah, no, I think that's all very relevant here. I think, while we're on this topic, someone that like I admire on the left is like Bill Maher, and I think I've mentioned this to you before.
Mm-hmm.
But like he's definitely liberal. I mean, from all available metrics. But
he's traditionally liberal.
Yeah, traditionally liberal, classically
neoliberal. Yeah.
Whatever you call that. Go there. Classical liberal is the kind of the term I use, but
okay.
Terms, whatever. But he'll have on all sorts of people, and some of my favorite conversations are when he has on like Ben Shapiro or some other people, and I mean
I love that.
They have a great conversation.
Yeah,
so they're so entertaining. But it's more fun because they disagree. Like there's no fun if it's just all agreement.
Right. Oh my gosh. So, I want a little bit. I want to debate. I want people challenging each other's points. I want to. That makes it more. I don't know. Real, better.
Oh yeah. So. And on that note, too, like, you would, in an ideal world, you would craft the strongest version of your argument that you could, right? So you do your research, you do your data digging, etc. You'd craft the strongest version that you could. Then you'd find someone else that's equally looking to seek for the truth in whatever topic that you're on. And then you'd give them as much credence and as much the benefit of the doubt as you can, and allow them to craft the best version of their argument against yours. Because that's the only true way that you're going to find the truth is through that tension. It's through that that intellectual battle. If it's a weak version of an argument versus a weak version, you're not ever going to get at the truth. So you actually,
Fair.
this is what I love about like when I listen to Sam Harris and Jordan Peterson debate, is that's what they do. They try to give as much credit or to the other person's argument. You know, give the devil his dues, one of the phrases. But I really like that format. So.